So recently I've been diving really deep into trading psychology and I've tried to learn as much as I can. So there's this one guy, Dr. Brett Steenbarger, who is a really big expert on trading psychology. He's a trading coach and the author of several books around trading psychology, and I've watched a lot of his talks and read his material. In today's video, I thought I would share the two most important things that I've learned from him around trading psychology and how we can be better traders. Oh, by the way, I've also taken some notes while going through his material, so I thought it might be helpful for you guys as well. If you're interested, you can download my notes in the description below. Okay, so the first lesson is around emotional awareness and using it as a tool in our trading. So Dr. Brett emphasizes that emotions are not your enemy in trading, they're tools. So recognizing and naming your emotions, whether it's fear, greed, or overconfidence, allows you to regain control over your decisions. So for example, if you're feeling anxious during a trade, it might be a signal that you're over leveraged or uncertain about your setup. Overconfidence or ego is another example. After a string of wins, you might feel overly confident, which could cause you to take larger risks or ignore your trading plan altogether. On the flip side, if you're feeling fearful before taking a trade, you might hesitate and not take a position even though the setup meets your trading plan. This fear could prevent you from capitalizing on really valid trading setups. So a good example of this was when I lost my 100k funded account with FTMO. So I was doing really well at the start. I was up $800 on my account. But after a few losses, I got frustrated and I started to revenge trade. I was trying to recover my losses quickly, which led me to take trades I normally wouldn't take and take on more risks than I typically would. So ultimately that led me to blowing my 100k funded account, and that was really painful because I spent all this time and all this effort to pass phase 1, phase 2, and then finally get to a funded account. I was up in profit and then I lost an account. So it was really frustrating. So to be honest, if I didn't revenge trade and let my emotions get the hang of me, I probably would still have the account today and I would be in drawdown, but I would be able to recover that drawdown eventually. So it was a really big learning lesson for me. I actually made a video about this experience, so you can click on the link on screen to check that out. So I think as traders, we all sort of understand that emotions can take a hold of us when we start to trade. So then the question becomes, how do we actually solve for this? How do we avoid this in our trading? And one thing that I've done personally is I've started to journal down my emotions. So whenever I take a trade, I would journal down my emotions for that trade. And I would ask myself, what am I feeling and why am I feeling this? I think when you start to label your emotions like this, it's a first step to detaching from them and not letting them impact your trades. It helps you to respond more rationally instead of reacting impulsively. The other thing that I've learned as well is I don't know if you can actually get rid of emotions entirely with your trading, and if you've been able to, let me know. But I personally haven't been able to, and I think it's just because we're human, like we're emotional beings. We're meant to feel happy and sad and excited, and I think when we take a trade, those thoughts and emotions are always going to be there. But I think as time goes on, you get better at not letting those emotions affect your trading plan and affect your trading. So the second big learning lesson from Dr. Brett is around learning from your trading losses. So in his material, he talks a lot about how losses are not failures, they're opportunities to learn. And he teaches that every loss contains valuable information, whether it's about the market conditions, or flaws in your trading strategy, or flaws in your emotions. The traders who grow the fastest are those who embrace losses and see them as stepping stones, not setbacks. So after having a losing trade, I would try not to beat myself up over it, and I would just ask myself, what went wrong? Was it my strategy? Was it my execution? Was it market behavior? And then I would write down my key takeaways so I don't repeat the same mistakes again. So before, I never really journaled my trades. I was just trading for the sake of trading, and I wasn't really improving. It was only when I started to journal and self-analyze my trading where I could spot trends and patterns and information. So now I regularly review my trades for the week, and I'm often adjusting my trading strategy depending on how the market is going and slowly improving my trading system over time. Yeah, so I guess the mindset shift here is seeing every trade as an opportunity to learn more about yourself, to learn about your trading system, and refine your edge over time. So if you guys enjoyed this video, you might like this other video here I made about trading psychology. I talk about 3 lessons I learned from Mark Douglas that helped me to get my FTMO payout. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll try my best to get back to you. Thanks for watching the video and I'll see you in the next one.